What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus G15 Advantage gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're going to check out Starfield again, but this time with FSR 3, and we're going to also try FrameGen. Not sure if it's going to work or not. Steam Deck didn't like FrameGen, just caused it to just freeze up, but I'm pretty sure I've been able to test FrameGen out on this guy before, so I guess we'll find out on that, but I know we can at least test FSR 3 out, at the very least. So, why don't we go ahead and go find out how it runs. Also, before we hop in, I'd taken this thing apart like all weekend, like on Saturday, I believe. What is today? Today's the 27th, so yeah, last Saturday I basically just took the thing apart and kept redoing the freaking liquid metal over and over again until it finally stopped doing the 1 gigahertz crap like it was doing in Tekken and a few other games. So now it's at least hanging around 2 gigahertz, like 1.9 to 2 gigahertz. So that's not too bad. And when I say 1.9, it's like 1.9990 or something like that, 995. It'll do that every once in a while. Most of the time, it just chills at 2 gigahertz though. Like 2 gigahertz to 2.1 gigahertz. Usually around the 2.50 gigahertz. Kind of a strange place for it to be, but it is what it is. But anyway, now that we got all that out of the way, let's hop into the game and we'll see if my temps are still good or if they went back to being crap on me. It's basically just been sitting here, so that would really piss me off. All right, here's the settings we're gonna go with. We're at 1080p. I put the render scale down to 85%. Graphics custom, obviously. We got some medium shadows, some medium indirect lighting, some high reflections, some particle quality on high, volumetric lighting on medium, crowd density medium, motion blur off, GTAO quality medium, grass quality medium, contact shadows medium, VSync off. We're obviously trying FSR 3 out, so we're using that. We'll try out FrameGen next. We don't have V8 or VRS on, and I have depth of field off. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and go hop on into the game, and we'll go see how it plays and how it looks. Alright, here we are. We're outside the city right now, so I guess I'll start heading back. Now, we still don't get no 60 plus FPS with this all the time, but at least we're pretty close. Yeah, I tried to make this game a combination of not looking really bad, but still being able to like hit halfway decent FPS. Now this one still has some big old stutters like it did right there. But that's just the game being awesome, as far as I'm concerned. Because I was playing, as I was redoing the liquid metal and whatnot, I was playing, what do you call it, Cyberpunk. And it never had any of these issues. We weren't dropping our frames or anything. We were staying right at 2 gigahertz. Now, I wished it would give us our damn temperature for the GPU so I'd know what it's doing right now, but it seems to pick and choose things to take away. Sometimes it'll take away the wattage, sometimes it'll take away my temp. Sometimes, at one time, I think it took away both. And I was sitting there going, what the F? Oh, well, hello, Misty. I'm just in here making a video. Misty came to visit. Oh, that was a big old stutter down to 17. Kind of tends to take over the Steam Deck a little bit. That's kind of how the Steam Deck acts running around in here.
Never run into spacers?
Heck no. No, I'm just kidding. I run into them all the time. Ah, block.
You don't need to wear your helmet on this planet.
I know I don't need to, but I think it's cool, so I'm going to. Haha.
You have a nice day.
Well, we'll try. Alright, well, I guess she's given up and she's gone to go play games. I can hear her messing around with her box. But as you can see, at least we're staying at like 2 gigahertz and we're not just sitting at 1.1 to 1.4 like we were when we were playing Tekken. So we're definitely on the right track, but I still want to get back to where I was getting 2.2 to 2.4, so I still think I gotta do a little more work. Don't want to go right back out there again. Let's stick within the city, eh? But in any case, now why don't we go try a little frame gen and see how that does. Alright, we're going to go with exactly the same settings as before. All we're doing is turning frame gen on now. As you can see right there, frame gen is on, and I have not changed anything else. So, now, let's go see what it thinks our FPS is and see if it feels any smoother or whatever. We're sitting right around just slightly under 60, so it should actually feel like it helps a little bit in this situation. But, let's go find out for sure. Alright, so now we got frame gen on. So let's just run around. Definitely can tell a little hint of input lag there for sure as I move my mouse around, but definitely not the end of the world. And it says we're getting like 100 FPS now. So let's just run around and see what's what. It definitely seems to run a lot smoother in the city too. It was stuttering like crazy outside in the outer worlds, which is generally not how it works. I've had usually more issues with frame drops and little stutters running around in cities. Like that one, for example. That's what I'm used to from the city. But it was doing way worse than that outside. We were dropping like down to like 20 FPS and stuff. It kind of reminded me similar to what the Steam Deck was doing. Kind of makes me think maybe I got like one of the 2 settings up in the background too high or something like that. There are some little stars here, that's for sure.
Many books to read, so little time.
Council of Governors meet in our very own Q City.
Alright, there's out again. I guess let's go outside a little bit since we haven't been outside with frame gen yet. Well, the GPU seems to drop its clock speeds when those big ass drops happen. So for all I know, since I don't have the damn temp up, it could just be the GPU still getting up way too hot to the point where it's like, I gotta protect myself, so it problems. But at least as you can tell, I'm doing way better than I was before. Before it was just stuck at like 1.1 to 1.4 gigahertz the whole time I was basically playing Tekken. Let's see, it just dropped down like 1.88 gigahertz for a second there. So yeah, it's probably still overheating a little bit. Still got more work to do. I knew I wasn't finished. I was just happy I was finally getting somewhere. But still needs a little bit more liquid metal, probably. Probably messed up. It's just probably got one or two spots. That's just the problem. If you don't have it perfect, you're going to get some spots of the GPU or from the CPU that's just a little hotter than everything else. Which is generally why the CPU always runs at 96. It says that because one core is always just, hey, I want to be 96. The rest, I checked when I was doing like a Cinebench run, most of them were hanging out in like the high 80s to low 90s. But I think it was core 3. Just loves to sit at like freaking 96 all the time. No idea why. Well, I know why. I must not be getting good contact with the liquid metal, or the liquid metal's not making good contact with the cooler. Either way, the result's the same. You're not going to get the best temps in the world. Wished I would have just been able to find my PTM, but I really didn't want to just wait around again for it to come and then have it, you know, be a fake. Not even be Honeywell again. It doesn't make the biggest difference in the world, but according to Linus and his tests, it was like 3 degrees better, or 3 to 4 better with the real stuff versus like the phony baloney pads. So yeah, still not too bad. We're definitely getting somewhere with the redoing of stuff now, instead of just having a laptop run like crap. Now it's only partially running like garbage, and then we're staying at 2 gigahertz most of the time at least, so I'd say that's a step in the right direction, but I think that's plenty of gameplay, at least for 1080p. So let's go wrap ourselves up this video. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Starfield with FSR 3 and FrameGen, at least at 1080p, or we should say a base of 1080p, but it seemed like it was doing a lot better than we were doing during Tekken and a bunch of the other games I tested. Now, I still saw clock speeds dropping, so I still need to do a little bit more work with the liquid metal, but I'm at least doing a step in the right direction this time. We're not sitting at just 1 gigahertz, or as someone else put it, doing worse than a 2060. Now we're sitting at like 2 gigahertz, 2.1 gigahertz, but we still have some drops and some stutter caused by it not knowing what the hell to do while it tries to protect itself. So I'm willing to bet you if we had temp, it was probably still getting up to 96 eventually, 95, 96. That's where it starts trying to really, really throttle back the temps. So it'll really cut back on the wattage and the clock speeds to do so. But I'm just happy I'm on a step in the right direction. So after I'm done making today's videos, if I'm not too sleepy, I'll probably open it up once or twice tonight and see if I can improve it a little bit more. But that's all I got for you guys for this particular video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.